Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is the Response Able Solution. I'm Stanley J. Targos. I'm your host. Today, I'm going to go into a deeper dive on, does paying cash for something eliminate a payment? The truth is, most people want to pay cash for something so they don't have a payment. They think they're going to save interest, but they don't realize what's really happening is they're transferring away their peace, contentment, and comfort to somebody else. Think about this. When you're building a capital storage or a reserve or an account, how do you accumulate enough money to pay cash for something? Is it just when you get a tax refund or when you get a bonus or you make a big sale and there's an influx or someone passes away and you receive an inheritance? Are those the only ways that we have enough money ever to pay cash for something? How does it work for most of us? For most of us, we actually look at it and say, all right, as we're W 2 employees and we make $2,000, $4,000, $8,000 a week or a month or whatever the number is, we take a percentage of that and we save over a period of time so that we can go from $1,000, $2,000, $4,000, $8,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 so we can pay cash for that car so we don't have a payment. What happens the minute we go from $30,000 in our savings to $4,000 because we paid cash for a car? We're used to looking at 15, 20, 25, 30,000 in savings. Does the payment go away because we paid cash for that car? I don't think so. Most people don't think so. I've been in front of over 1,000 families several times in the last decade. Very few of them save a dollar amount that's decent, wipe it all out to almost zero, and feel content. Most of the time, there's self imposed pressure that comes from the spouse and the individual to rebuild that account back to a level that's comfortable for you to live with again. So, are you really eliminating the payment, or are you just trading a payment? And I get the idea you don't want to pay interest, but you also don't want to lose interest. And this is where people miss what's really going on. If you save, 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 and pay, you're at zero. If you don't save and borrow and pay back, you're still at zero. You end up at zero both places. That's the frustrating part. How many things have you paid cash for? Not the small things, gas or utilities or taxes, though that's a big thing sometimes. How many reasonable things, more than $2,000, have you paid cash for in the last 5 years, 10 years? How many times have you spent more than 10 grand on something? Every time you've paid cash for something, you didn't have to pay interest, but you also transferred all that cash out of your economy forever. You never have the ability to let that money work for you. How much do you save each week to get there or each month? That's a payment. It's just a payment to yourself and to your savings account instead of to Visa, MasterCard, or Discover. And I'm not encouraging getting into debt so that you don't have to lose your savings. I am suggesting that there might be a way, maybe, in a perfect world, where you could always have control of your capital even when you pay for something. It's actually what wealthy people have been doing for a century or more. The problem is you and I in the middle class think there's only two ways to buy things: borrow or pay cash. It's either or. What if there was an and? And that's really what we're working at the Responsible Solution, is helping people understand the and in that equation. And it's, how do you establish real wealth if every time you accumulate money, you give it away? Do you think the Rockefellers and the Carnegies and the legacy families in our country gave all their wealth away? Or did they find a way to keep it, manage it, control it, and leverage it so that they never had to give it away? Real popular idea with that today is Bitcoin. And I'm not proposing any risk, stocks, bonds, or investment advice. I'm not even giving you tax advice. But I want you to understand this concept. The people who buy Bitcoin never want to get rid of it because it's at 100,000 or 50,000 or 10,000 or 200,000. They think it's going to go to 12 million a coin. Why would they sell it if it's at 100,000 and they think it's going to go here? They don't. So they're actually using it as collateral and letting someone else loan them fiat money or cash to go buy what they need to buy and let their Bitcoin stay as collateral. So you and I don't have 10 Bitcoins or 15 Bitcoins or the ability to buy a house on Bitcoin. But what if we had a tool that functioned the same way? The responsible brand has the ability to open the door to this conversation to see if you qualify for something like that. And I'm not trying to bait and switch you into coming in and buying something. You don't need to buy anything. What I really want you to have is the information and the knowledge so that you know what you're going to do the next time you need to buy something meaningful. I'm 51 years old almost, and I ran the numbers. Since the early 2000s, I've let over $6 million pass through these fingers. And it frustrates me because I basically planted $6 million of cash in someone else's field and they get to reap the harvest from it forever. What does my family have? That's the frustrating thing. How do I function like wealthy people function if I don't know the rules they play by? How come no one gave me the rule book? Where's my rule book? I got the IRS tax code, the FAFSA code. I got the penalty code. I got the banking code. I got the you don't qualify code. Where's my rule books that teaches me the code for how to maintain and grow wealth the way wealthy people do? I don't want you, just like I don't want me and my wife and my kids, to spend the next decade accumulating a dollar amount and giving it away without keeping the benefit from the hard work that I put into that forever. I like the idea. I just bought some stuff, accumulated some debt, but I'm not going to pay cash for all of it. I'm not going to be aggressive paying cash for all of it because that's just transferring my wealth away to someone else. So I have to have a strategy, a game plan. It has to be customized. I can't make a blanket statement like the guy who says, cut up all your credit cards and freeze them, eliminate all your debt, save $1,000 and start building your life. That doesn't work for me. You know why? Because $1,000 doesn't give me enough of an emergency fund to take care of anything that's meaningful that happens. My kids need braces is more than $1,000. I just had root canal, more than $1,000. I just had eyes, more than $1,000. How many of those can I go through before I need to get into credit card debt again? So I can't take suggestions from the people who profit from my mistakes or my debt. Einstein said you can't solve a problem with the same level of thinking that got you in the problem in the first place. Well, it's time that we change our thought process. Someone else said you made the best decision you could with the information you had at the time. What if we give you better information so you can make better decisions moving forward? It doesn't mean you're wrong or a loser. It means we're actually going to win the game moving forward because we have experiences, we have tangible results, and we know what we want to have the next phase of life. What if we built a foundation today and we built on it instead of resetting it to zero? What if we built on it, and it woke up after 10, 20, 30 years, and we had a foundation that was this deep instead of only one that was this deep? What if we didn't have to have a lost opportunity cost every time we bought something or financed something? That's the beauty of being able to respond to whatever life throws your way. So, my question again, does paying cash for something stop a payment? Nope. It just changes the emotion and the contentment and the comfortability for who you pay, how, and when. It also might eliminate your ability to handle an obstacle quickly if it happens back to back to back, or it might put you into more debt. But at the responsible solution, we want to make sure that everybody that we work with has a customized plan with a custom GPS, a guaranteed practical solution that shows you how to build a foundation that grows with your needs over time and keeps your cash in your pocket instead of just giving it away. So I look forward to meeting with you. Get with the person who sent you this link and invited you here. They're trained. They're qualified. We all believe in the same thing, which is doing the next right thing for the people we work with. So I hope this helps you. I hope you have a great day, and God bless you.